there and welcome back to Japan, where we're going to be reviewing Trident's song Imagination that just recently came out. And bands like this, it's always fun to catch up with because we as a channel have always liked to support a lot of the smaller Japanese bands as well, and we've been following these guys back since they were girls rock band Kakumai, so it's been really interesting to see how they've grown and progressed through into the Trident era that they're in now, and hopefully will lead to many good things. So obviously I was excited to catch up with this new song. So here's my thoughts first of all. First and foremost is the fact that Imagination carries on Trident's standard for making very complete sounding and well-rounded songs, putting behind the days of their girls rock band Kakumai forebears, who often came across like their ideas outstripped their execution. You can really tell what Trident want you to feel and how they feel in each of their recent pieces. At its best, Imagination is a frantic and urgent sounding track, willing to dive into more production heavy areas than many of their peers would feel comfortable exploring. It combines that Band-Maid-esque rock energy that we referenced in previous reviews with a passcode-like desire to never let the song settle down into too much of a predictable groove. Despite following a relatively standard rock song structure, every rhythm and key change trick in the book makes an appearance here to keep the flow deliberately restless and dramatic. The use of heavier production elements between the choruses is also more than just a gimmick here. The electro beat in the verse and bridge provides a genuinely impactful change of timbre whilst leaning into the sharper edges of synth rhythm to keep the song sounding intense. These sections also display some nice changes in guitar production that show Trident have a good grasp of how to back off in places so as to provide impact in others, and not at the expense of sacrificing any song energy. Imagination certainly has what the title implies, therefore, and it is one of those songs that straddles the line between complex and messy very well, as subjective as that line may well be. Unfortunately, its biggest struggles seem to occur in the choruses. A song like this often pays off its twists and turns with a refrain that unifies everything, and that is clearly what Trident are going for here. This is something I've often called the hocus pocus by focus effect. Look up that song if you will need a classic example. The song certainly makes that intention clear and the chorus blasts in wonderfully each time. However, it all makes for something of a forgettable refrain in the long run for a collection of small reasons that do add up. Firstly is the functional but unspectacular chorus melody that spends a lot of its time quickly punching back and forth between two notes. Then an exciting rock beat that has some slightly messy sounding fills due to the trebly mix of the bass drum. And lastly, the bass work itself, which has been so great in this song, has little room to escape just mirroring the guitar in the choruses, resulting in a slightly thin guitar section overall. With a lack of spread between the guitar and bass, the vocals staying in a limited range of notes, and the kick drum mixed upwards of its normally bassy setting, the chorus lacks much of a dynamic overall. It doesn't throw you around on a thrilling roller coaster so much as drive you efficiently and unspectacularly to the shops. This is highlighted by how the crescendo's inclusion of an anthemic backing vocal chorus seems to suddenly add a lot more life to the final refrain, just by adding a clear direction to the otherwise fiddly medley. Ultimately though, it's not so much a bad chorus as just one that could have maybe benefited from some rewrites. It's a decent refrain to an exciting song that has a rewarding crescendo. Imagination therefore shows that Trident are a band who are still growing but have mastered a lot of skills along the way. The writing and production here, it's bold. It shows an ambition and again so importantly an urgency that is key to becoming a standout rock band and not just a producer of cookie cutter crap. I, for one, consider them to be one of the most exciting prospects currently coming up, and a lot of that is due to their three-piece sound focusing them on writing songs with strong cores, whilst having members at the same time who seem to be keen on getting the most out of the arrangements. There was a lot of fun to be had listening to Imagination on repeat play when it came out. However, a couple of days later, it's not so much that I am re-listening to Imagination, as that it's reminded me to listen to more of Trident as a general. It's a reminder to keep your eye on this exciting band, rather than any definitive proof that they've quite arrived yet. It's not a song that will stick with you so much as a reminder to stick with them. So, to put Trident in a tasty metaphor, the stew of ideas is still cooking. It's smelling pretty damn good, and this lick of the spoon has me thinking, it's nearly time to serve. Best metaphor ever. So yes, those are my thoughts on the new song Imagination by Trident, and I think we can all universally agree, whether you like them or not, that this is a band who are certainly heading in a very interesting direction. But regardless of whether you like them or not, or whether you like this song or not, you know where this is going. Get in the comments and tell me your thoughts. It's all about the discussion here. We're a non-monetized music community, so I want to hear what you guys think in the comments. Please justify and tell us so we can start a bit of conversation about that. Obviously, if you want more communication and conversation regarding music, mostly Japanese, feel free to follow any of our social medias linked in the description below. I'm trying to keep them up to date. It's mostly just me running it, but our Reddit and Discord are very active, so please feel free to get onto those. I know the Discord conversations are never ending, so do look us up on there. Also, big thank you as always to anyone who likes and subscribes to this channel, and a massive thank you to anyone who is on our Patreon. You know how Patreon works, but guys, honestly, again, we're not monetized. To say it every video because it's true. You guys keep this channel alive because we're not getting money from anywhere else. So thank you so much for that, and thank you to you, right now, you, for making it through to the end of this usually waffly video. So until I see you hopefully very soon in Japan for the next one of these, for now, ciao ciao.